Tarot, and we're going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be a read for Cancers. So let's go ahead and see which chakra we need to focus on most right now. All right, heart. Oops, sorry if that's loud. Put your headphones on. So we need to focus on heart chakra, chest, heart, lungs, that whole area, and focus on healing, breathing, heartache, heartbreak, romance. If you're going through a period where you're feeling incredibly heartbroken or anything like that, then it would be important to pay attention to that at this time and clear out your energy there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Everything is already pre-shuffled. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. Start off with the Sacred Rebel message or messages, depending on how many of them is. Alright, we've got Legacy of Light, Defend to the End, the Worthwhile. Okay, so this one kind of reminds me of the Seven of Wands, when you're trying to kind of defend your position, and see how she's like crying, and she has the owl, which usually represents like wisdom. So she's kind of like saying, it's kind of like her saying, you know, hey, I know this is worth it to me. I know what I know, kind of thing. So there's some kind of energy coming in like that, okay? So it could have to do with love, could have to do with work, could have to do with like a business venture. There's something you feel strongly that you know, okay? You know what you know, whether you have concrete proof of it or whether you can prove to someone that something's going to take off or something like that. You believe in something, and it's very heartfelt, okay? And then Legacy of Light. So this is, some of you could be light workers, as they say. You could be tarot card readers. Us Cancers are very empathic and usually do a lot of things that are in service to people. Usually good with families and children and therapy and childcare and teaching, and I'm trying to think of other things. A lot of times they're like counselors or healers in some sense. Okay, so let's get an Osho Zen Tarot. At least one, but if a few fall out. Ooh. Okay, this is a great one. Look at that image. Can you see that image? It's politics. Seven of Swords. I believe that's swords. Anyway, Seven of Air, basically, I think is what it is. So this is either a message to how you are acting, how someone around you is acting. It's like someone who is ugly underneath, who's putting on a lovely face on the outside. Now, this could be you feeling like you're concealing how you really feel about some things in your life. Or it could be that you feel that someone around you is doing that. And a lot of times when someone around us is doing that, it's because they have some sort of ulterior motive, or there's something that they stand to gain by getting you to do what they want you to do. Okay, so right now is a good time for you to kind of use your powers of discernment and really go with your gut with what feels right and what doesn't feel right, okay? So you're going to have to trust yourself, trust your gut. If you're being sold something that feels a bit like, I want to say like a get-rich scheme or too good to be true type of thing. I actually heard someone else say that recently, so it's funny that just came out of my mouth. But with that card, I feel like there could be someone who has ulterior motive in your environment. Now, if that's, you know, take the messages that fit for your situation, leave the ones behind that don't. Remember that. Because this is general, so this is going to be a lot of different people, so it's going to pull in a lot of different energies, okay? Some of them aren't going to be yours. Don't force the message to fit. Okay, so if this is not someone else in your environment, if you feel this is something that you are having to do right now, I urge you to ask yourself, what is the benefit of putting on this mask, of putting on this smile? Because if you take on this energy, this embodiment of this snake, regardless of whether it seems like, oh, this is what it'll take for me to get ahead or to get noticed. I'm afraid that's getting a bit hot. I don't want that to get hot. Sorry. But if you want to get ahead, you want to get noticed, make sure always that you are doing what is right and what is ethical. Now, Cancers are usually pretty good at that, but also we all know, thank you FBI, Cancers are known to get pretty buck when we get hurt, okay? When we feel wronged, when we feel dissed, when we feel cast aside, when we feel cheated on, when we feel like jealousy is really big with us. And if people kind of damage our ego, we can be really defensive and things like that, okay? So that's something to be aware of, because if that's not something that comes into you soon, or a person that you feel is maybe even already around you kind of selling you, possibly like selling you a pipe dream kind of thing, if that's not the case, then it could be that it's you yourself who could be potentially acting in this type of energy. And I urge you to ask yourself, is that going to serve your highest good? Because sometimes what you do or say or how you act in business or whatnot, it can be, sometimes in the short term it can seem like the right decision, but is it the right decision long term? Is it going so what I got here for the overall energy between you and whoever it is you're dealing with, and for those of you that don't know, I specialize in relationship readings. This is love, romance, business, family, anyone that you can have any type of relationship with. Doesn't have to be romantic. I'll often read it in the sense that it is, because I do feel that a lot of people do come to YouTube and Instagram for these type, and TikTok and stuff for these readings, because they are wondering about someone in love, but people do have other relationships they're concerned about sometimes. So I may say it in that way, and also reverse genders and stuff. There is no gender in tarot, okay? So even if it seems to fit that archetype, we all have masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so the rocks. Now, what this is about is him, the character here, he feels like he's helpless and, oh, you know, I need you to do this for me, but, you know, if you don't mind, while you're out there doing that, can you also, you know, pick up my dry cleaning and this and that? And the other person's saying, oh, sure, okay, if you're having a bad day. But, you know, then it turns out maybe there's nothing even really wrong at all. And maybe it's just kind of like this person's in almost, it's almost like the Eight of Swords, okay? It's like a person who is mentally trapped by their thoughts, and they're not escaping that because of their own decision to stay trapped. Okay, now this is the literal overall energy. So this could be you, this could be your person, whoever you're dealing with, or it could be something that one of you has been embodying that's been causing this energy. It could be an outside energy, could be a family member, but either way, this is coming in as the dominant energy that is the overall energy, okay? Overarching energy. So let me see, this is supposed to be your person. Let me see what these cards are that just flew out, what kind of story it was trying to tell here. Oh my, I just said Eight of Swords. So it could very well be your person who's in this energy. Eight of Swords, King of Swords in reverse, someone who's either not being truthful, telling the truth, or being a bit harsh with their tongue. Wanting to put in the work or mastery on something. The Empress. Either they're seeing you as the Empress or they're embodying the Empress. But Queen of Swords in reverse. So we've got a true match right here. This is super interesting how this came out, actually. Here, so you can see these as well. So it's like the Queen of Pentacles card is in reverse, so that's like wifey, mother, abundant woman, or, you know, that the feminine energy. The woman that goes to work and then takes care of the kids and cleans the house and, you know, still has time to do her nails or whatnot. And then we've got Four of Pentacles, someone holding back. But Four of Wands, so this is like twin flame energy. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, either, because, oh, goodness me, it keeps cutting off on me. This is a nightmare. Mercury retrograde. What do you think? What do you know? So, anywho, it's just annoying because then I'll have to fit all these videos together, and I wish sometimes if they're smaller or they don't cut, then I can just put them straight on to YouTube from my phone instead of having to go in the computer and upload. But anywho, I feel like this is a good one, and I should bring it to you all. To you all. So what I feel is that this person, because because pregnancy is really emphasized here, it's either that the person sees you as someone who's very abundant, who has a lot of potential, money-wise, financially, spiritually, emotionally, like the Empress is all the queens, okay? So like someone who's got it all. They're seeing you, I feel like this is them seeing you in this light, and they're seeing you potentially as someone they want to get pregnant. Okay, but it also could be that they want to impregnate you with certain ideas, if that makes sense. Or they may have, in some cases, had some sort of fantasy about doing this to you or something, okay? So So yeah, what I'm seeing here is with Queen of Swords and King of Swords, we have a true pair here on the board. This is very interesting how these came out. Okay, so now for some of you, say if you're the male energy and this other person, because you can also flip-flop the sides, okay, so whatever fits, because your energy came out Three of Pentacles. So that's about teamwork, working together on a project. For some of you, I feel as though you're really trying to take on something, and I can almost visualize that you've got someone on the side here who's saying, oh yeah, do this, or you got it, or this could be you telling somebody, okay, try this, kind of like an idea of delegation. So I can see that you're doing some kind of delegation here is what I was trying to say, on some kind of project or plan. And from how I see it, I actually feel like that's really good. I feel like that it's coming from a genuine place also. All right, we got, oh my, what a freaking story. Holy crap. You cannot make this up. 10 of Cups in reverse and 10 of Swords in reverse, and I was trying to only pull one card and they both flipped over. And this is supposed to be your person's energy. 10 of Swords in reverse and the 10 of Cups in reverse. And these came out for your person, but also this position here is supposed to be mutual energy. So this is your person. So your person felt or feels heartbreak, or maybe, say if it's a guy and you're a female, since it's a female on this card, maybe he feels like he's caused you this heartbreak, okay? So take it as it fits, take it as it resonates for your situation. But he wants to remedy it, or he wants to get out of it. So whoever feels stabbed in the back, betrayed, hurt, either he knows he's done it, or he's going through this or something like that, okay? And then for the two of you, the energy being 10 of Cups in reverse is like, it's like something that had the potential for a 10 of Cups, something that had the potential for like happy home, long-term stability, and the mutual energy is no more of that. So it's kind of like, what I'm seeing here is either a breakup, a separation. Maybe you were talking to someone and you had like hope or got excited or something, and then that kind of fell through or fell to the wayside or something like that, okay? But something didn't pan out or isn't panning out, okay? That's what I'm seeing there. And here, we're gonna use these actually. Okay. Once again, these are all like pre-shuffled. So let's see, what is the outcome energy? Oh, that came quick. Okay. So 7 of Pentacles in reverse is, 7 of Pentacles is when you've like planted the seeds and you're, waiting for harvest and, waiting for things. I don't know why I was drawn to this. Queen of Swords in reverse. Under the deck, I don't know if you can see that. But this is likely, so Queen of Swords can be a divorcee. I see this as an outside energy. There could be someone around you that's like affecting your situation. So for some of you, it could be either an ex of this person or someone that this person is tied to or involved with in some way that's causing a problem or has caused a problem. As just for some reason my attention was drawn to it. Oh, and interesting, because underneath it is Devil. I think that your person is dealing with a karmic. And this is just my guess, based on how that came out and what happened here. Because honestly, this kind of thing is really unfortunate to see. And for those of you that are going through something like that, I am really sorry. We've all been through it before, or most of us have, where you think something's going to be awesome and happy and great, and then it just doesn't, pan out that way. And it looks like that's what we have here. It's kind of like a failure to launch. Okay. And it looks like there was some kind of other woman, divorcee, some kind of, could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it just some other woman potentially that was involved here. Okay. And they don't have to have those energies, or they don't have to have those signs, but just, it's more about the energies. Here I see, we've got air energy, we've got cups, more air, pentacles. What I don't see is wands.
So I'm not seeing passion so much. Like if anything is missing from the equation, I would say it would be that. As of now, let's clarify. Here, actually, I want to clarify with these. These are really interesting when you're like really wanting some like tell me what's going on kind of thing. Because it looks like what I can see is it's like two people that like they care. Obviously they care, or like this Ten of Cups in reverse wouldn't be there unless there was a Ten of Cups that was possible to begin with, you know? So you guys were both seeing it at some point as a possibility is what it's looking like. You know, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself, it looks like you thought, or this person thought, or you both thought, since that's mutual energy, that this was a happy family. Now, in some cases, because of the fact that there's Three of Pentacles here, and just the way this particular card looks, it's almost like, for some of you, okay, this is not going to be everybody's story, but for some of you, it's almost like you were trying to cooperate with whoever this person was. So for some of you, this really is like their ex or someone they're tied to for some reason. So it could be work, could be, I don't know, family, something related. So it doesn't have to be romantic. In most people's cases, I think it is. I think it's another woman in some sense. But either way, there's this other female presence that is kind of looming over the situation. And I think that it's caused some problems. So let's get some clarification on this, because basically you guys are not wanting to, you're not wanting to put in work anymore, because nobody wants to repeat the Seven of Pentacles over and over again. No one wants to plant seeds and sit there and wait for them to grow when they're not going to grow. You see what I mean? Like, because this is a failure to launch. This is like, oh, this could have been great, but it looks like, and I'm not, you know, once again, flip the sides depending on whose energy it fits with more. If you are the one fitting in the role of your person, then so be it. But but I'm going to continue reading this as your energy, and for most people that's going to be the case. That's like you actually were trying, it seems, to cooperate or get along, but it's like some other energy came in, somebody else got involved, okay, and caused this. And it's like either they feel stabbed by you, or the other person that they're dealing with feels stabbed by them, or, you know, you feel stabbed by them. For some reason, I'm seeing this as them feeling like they did this to you. And it could also be like you both feel it for each other. You could be mirroring each other in that aspect. But I think that's partly why this kind of energy would be coming out here. Because it's like putting on the game face, like trying, it's like you've been trying. Like you've been trying to be like, I can do this. You know, I can maintain, I can push through, I can do whatever it takes, you know, because politics means like that public image type thing. So for some of you, I feel like you are in a situation that's being seen in the public eye. And this just brings me back to these, because now that I get this storyline here, defend to the end, the worthwhile. Look how she's crying, like, and how painful it is. Is this worth defending to the end? I want you to stop and ask yourself this, because if this is your story, and if this is your person who made you feel this way, and you felt like you tried, and this person, it's almost like this person wants your help with something, which I don't understand how that works, or how that would be. But for some reason, it's like this person is like, I can't move on, or I can't be okay without you in some sense. But since this is overall energy, it could be both of you that feel helpless. Now, this devil energy here that I saw could have to do with some codependency. Let's see, underneath. Interesting. Underneath is Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost like, because I see this for some reason, it's screaming at me that it's an outside energy, but just for some of you that there is not any sort of outside person, and maybe let's say, because swords do represent thoughts, like, so say this is outside, like influence as far as thoughts, okay, like something infiltrating your mind, or both of you. It's almost like, as the Queen of Swords is like all about truth and honesty and, you know, whatnot, but it's like if the person is not in their highest vibration, then you've got that cutting, sharp, harsh kind of energy. And that's probably this devil energy here. So if that, I mean, really, it could almost apply in both ways. For some reason, I feel like it's almost both. Or it's either both or either or. Either you guys have been saying shit that you shouldn't, or you don't mean, or you're sorry, or like you want to be sorry. Like, I don't know, this is super interesting. But so defend to the end, the worthwhile. I saw it originally like, oh yeah, defend yourself. Now I'm kind of like, you know what? for some of you, and for those of you who know what I'm talking about, oh, it almost makes me want to get choked up, just like realizing. I'm very empathic. I can feel a lot of pain. So it's like, don't. Remember that the Seven of Swords is about defending your position, okay? But it's also defending your ideas and your creative whatever, okay? Defend that. Don't defend, I don't know, this person or what they've done, or like, honestly, for some of you, if I was you, if they did stab you in the back or whatever's going on here, I'd leave it. I wouldn't even say anything. Like, I don't even think there is a point to say anything, because, like, tell me literally what more are you gonna say? This is so interesting. I'm getting a lot of messages here. But so for some of you, like I said before in the beginning, like, this is proof that some of you have that connection. I mean, we all do to some extent, like a connection to our higher selves and whatnot. Cancers are pretty intuitive, and et cetera, et cetera. Most cancers, we know when something is kind of like almost like a test, okay? Almost like a spiritual test. And this is, for some of you, this is like a wake-up call. Why would you put in work? And their energy is the same, both of you not wanting to put in work anymore, because both of you see that it's failure to launch. And it looks like you were still willing to collaborate, and maybe in some way you all thought you were dependent on each other, but this person feels like either they have irreparably hurt you, or that you them. Like, they pissed. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, they're mad, or they're really upset, or they're really guilty or something, okay? We're gonna clarify and see. But I think you've been putting on a brave face. And you've literally got your ancestors telling you, like, around you telling you, oh my holy crap. You guys, this is nuts when this kind of stuff happens. 3 of Pentacles here, 3 of Pentacles here. So as far as this clarifying the rocks, which is talking about, like, kind of almost like that codependence energy, or that helpless energy, or I need you. Some of you have work with this person. Like, it could be like a workplace romance or something, okay? Like, for some of you. I'm almost getting, like, for some of you, I'm almost getting that there might be a mediator. Some of you, if this is your energy, you could be going through the divorce and you're about to be the divorcee or whatever. Because, I mean, this is a lot of completions. This is a lot of heavy energy. But I feel like you're being pushed to actually not focus on this. Oof, I got like a chill when I said that. Because this is saying, like, you've been putting on this brave face and you've been defending this thing to the point that it's making you so almost like just destroyed. Okay? I think this has destroyed you. Especially if you're the one who feels like the swords are in your back, you know? Especially if you're the woman. And I don't always read energies gender-wise, but for some of you, I feel like it is going to be you're a woman who feels very stabbed, okay? In the back or whatever. Or very just hurt. But, I think you're being called to change your focus. Because I am seeing a strong element of cooperation here, and some of you aren't going to want to hear that. And this is not going to be everyone's story, obviously. If you need to be away or separate or what. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, do what's best for you. You know, always trust doctors and therapists and best friends and professionals over a tarot reader. You know, as much as we do this from our heart and soul, we do the best we can, but we're reading for a lot of people and, you know, things like that. So we're not always going to get everything perfectly right. Sometimes we're going to try to interpret something the best we can. And sometimes someone will tell me later after, you know, a reading, like, oh, wow, like you were close, but it was like you were dancing around it. It's almost like Pictionary in a weird sense. Here, what is this story that just tried to pop out? Jeez. All right, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you this story real quick. Tell me if this does or does not apply, because I feel like this is real for some of y'all. This is why this came out. So there was this steady, slow, stable offer, but it was taking a really long time. A partnership dissolved, and possibly, or a breakup happened, possibly because of how slow this offer is, because we all know the Knight of Pentacles takes this freaking time. He is going to get there though. That's the only thing. So it's like this person did intend, I feel like this person actually intended to either marry you or go all the way, or you intended it with them, or whatever, you know, whichever side you're on, you know, and this could even be same sex. It doesn't matter. And just because it's a girl in this card, I don't even always point that out. I just felt like pointing that out in this moment. But like for some of you, it very well could be, you know, vice versa. Could be a guy feeling stabbed by her. But anyway, so it's like a truth came out, okay? Or like a, oh shoot, or like an acknowledgement happened, okay? I love you, Keekers. A truth or acknowledgement happened, okay? And then that led to a new start. Or for some of you, you were in a relationship that was going somewhere, but it was taking too long. So you broke up with the person. Oh, can you see those? You broke up, oh, there's my face. You broke up with the person, went towards something you thought was going to be right for you and started new love. Potentially, if you broke someone's heart, now I'm just going to explain to you how this works because this is karma and shit, okay? Most of you already know how this works, but in case you don't. Now, I'm not saying everything in life, it's all gonna, you know, everything bad, you deserve it for karma. No, it's things come around to teach you a lesson. If for some of you, this is what happened, is that you broke up with someone to be with this person, this could have partially fallen apart because it's like you broke someone else's heart, so your heart gets broken, okay? Because then you get the Emperor in reverse, which is an angry character, okay? But you get this love, passion, but then an offer comes away. So I just want you to realize, like, oops, I'm making these be out of order. Hold on. You started with this on its way. This offer, this stable offer was coming. Okay. Oh, why is it like you cannot see it? I don't know how to make you anyway. And then now it's not. Like, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. It's like something happened and there's this lack of apology, but coming out of the mind. And then we have this like stalking paranoia. So some of you broke up with one person to get with another person and you got your karma for it. For some people, this lack of apology was you being a water sign. It's possible. For some of you, yeah, that person got pissed at you for what you did. But for others of you, this is the current situation. And it means they were planning to be serious, or you were planning to be serious, but something happened, a breakup happened, but then some truth happened, and then you guys tried to try again, but the wheel still didn't go in your favor. It's like it wouldn't let you guys fix it for some reason, okay? It's like you weren't allowed to fix it. You tried, but if the wheel's not in your favor, it's not in your favor. Like if it's not divinely guided or whatever you want to call it, you know, it's not gonna, you can try all day long to force something to be, but you cannot force, you know, pink to be blue or whatever. You know, you can say, be blue, but if it's pink, it's pink. You know, I mean, you can paint it, but underneath, you know, whatever. So yeah, so then you get this, you know, Emperor in reverse. It could be you, it could be them. But this is daddy, you know, this is pissed off daddy. This is somebody who's not feeling good. This is like boss man, leader, provider, you know, somebody got pissed off. And I think it might be because, like, say if you guys tried to start again and then it didn't work out, this person was like, you know what? And you know what? That could also be why the wheel didn't turn. Possibly because this person needed to address whatever this was. You could be dealing with someone with an anger problem. It could be you also, you know, so take it how it fits. But someone maybe was dealing with some anger. Or just not feeling as, you know, super stable or something like that, okay? Is trying to come through. So, but then we get this like passionate offer, passionate message, something that's trying to like come through or something like that, okay? And so it's almost like there's this flirtiness or something, okay? And it's almost like maybe you or them came back more with the intention of passion than stability, okay? It could be that like you guys really did still love each other and you like tried to reconcile, but for some reason you weren't allowed by the universe. But anyway, it's like the universe wills it or it doesn't kind of thing, you know? Anywho, okay, so I just wanted to explain that storyline. Sorry about the cat interference. And my phone still keeps wanting to shut off on me. It's just, anyone else deal with like being eternally low on storage no matter what you do? And like my phone is so full of like photos and stuff, I can't even get them all off the phone, like onto the computer. It's a whole thing. Anyway, it's like they won't download. But I tried turning off my iCloud storage or whatever. Anywho, to try to see if that would help. Okay. Holy crap. You guys, there's huge synchronicities here. Like, you cannot make this crap up. Because you got 10 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse. It's like the universe is asking you guys to cooperate. And I feel like your gift for the care and the heart, like what you tried to do, is that you're actually going to get this 10 of Pentacles. And yeah, it may not be a 10 of Cups, but 10 of Cups could be coming. But like, I mean, some people see 10 of Pentacles as almost like 10 of Cups plus money. But it's like supposed to mean, you know, money, stability, whatever, home, family, generational wealth kind of thing, you know, like, ooh, even grandpa's here. I feel like you're going to get the gift of abundance, but it's not going to come out of nowhere. It's going to come because you're going to put in work on something. So I think that's why you're being guided to move away from this or something. And now for this person, they're getting justice in reverse. So could be dealing with a Libra. Somebody have Libra placements, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, the thing is, it's like maybe this person, maybe what this person gets is that they don't get justice for whatever it is that they did here. Because I don't know what it is they did. But if the universe is gifting you money and leaving them with justice not going in their favor, I don't know. I'm just saying it doesn't look super good in that person, on that person's side. So, and if you're the other person, I wouldn't panic. I would say, you know, the best thing you can do is to cooperate. That's what I see. It's like if you want a good resolution, you're gonna have to compromise and work together. Have High Priestess, which, you know, Piscean energy, but also, you know, I always feel like it's also Cancer energy because the moon and Cancers are very intuitive. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull some final messages. Ooh. Okay. That's weird. And these are well shuffled. Super weird. 5 of Swords, or 5 of Ankh, 6 of Ankh. Holy crap. There's a lot of air energy. Definitely some of y'all dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, or it was a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that was involved, which I saw as a heavy possibility for some of you, this other woman here. Or person. Doesn't have to be a woman, but that's just how it's depicted. So don't get too tied up on genders. Dang. It seems like there's been a nasty battle, okay? And it's like now things are finally gonna go to a calmer place. And see, because this is what I want you to understand. With that little storyline that I told you, remember that little in-between storyline? I'm really glad I picked that up. Because look, once again, another repeated 10 of Swords in reverse, just like was underneath there. Okay, so lots of synchronicity here. So I do feel like this message is definitely for somebody, okay? But now, okay, because in that little group that I pulled out and read that story, the Wheel of Fortune was in reverse. Now the Wheel of Fortune is not. Now the Wheel of Fortune is turned. Okay, it's turned in your favor, y'all's favor. So things are now going to work out the way they're supposed to go. Like now things are going to go smoother. And it's like you're both going to come out of this 10 of Swords place. And like this pain is going to go away. But I want you to pay attention to the fact that this is a Knight of Coins in reverse. And which started out with the Knight of Coins in the beginning. So unfortunately, the sad part is for some of you, like you're going to get like some kind of happy ending, but it's not going to be with this person most likely. And I hate to say that. I hate saying stuff like that. It hurts my heart to say stuff like that. Because for some of you, I know what you want to hear. I know you want to hear, oh, maybe, not all of you, but some of you want to hear, oh, maybe you're going to be able to fix it and talk it through. And that's the thing. I have to tell you what I see. I have to be a responsible reader, and I have to tell people what I see, and I have to leave out my, you know, my own biases and stuff like that. I have to leave out my own situations, my own stories, things like that. Like I have to just focus on what they say and do my best to just hear the messages and interpret what comes to me. And with see, Eight of Coins is under the deck here. This is like putting in work or mastery. For some of you, for you to reach this Ten of Pentacles, it may actually be required for you to do some form of study, and it may have to do with cooperation with this person. This person may, especially if you do work together in some form, like this person may be able to help you in some way. So like, honestly, like I'm gonna pull a nice card thingy, but like, from the Sacred Circles deck, what I'm trying to say is I feel like if you are willing to cooperate with this person, it's going to go way better for you, is what it appears. Okay. And I'm not saying like be their best friend or, you know, pretend that nothing went down. Like obviously this was a tough situation, I can tell. Oh wait, I cut it the wrong way. Technically you're supposed to cut out if you're reading for other people. So anyway, what I see here is that there is a potential, if you guys would work together and compromise in some way, that you could help each other. But I mean, that's up to you. Finally, shoot, dang you guys, this has been like the hardest like video to finish like of all time. So anyway, so here's the fire. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. You guys could be dealing with a situation where like the passion kind of got out of it. And okay, so this does involve something to do with home, I feel, for some of you. So you could be moving home. It could be a home situation. You could have a home together. But spiritual cleansing is needed. So, you know, try sage, incense, Palo Santo, just different things that you feel, because everyone's different, what they believe will like cleanse a space. You know, even if some people even feel like if you literally do like cleaning, like spring cleaning, you know, air a place out can really help, you know. But it could be that you need to cleanse your chakras. And remember, it's very interesting, we got heart chakra. So I think this is very big of having to do with, you know, heart. Now, I don't always take these in reversals, but sometimes I do when I feel led to do that. So obviously here you are, you know, you're a water sign. You could be dealing with a water sign too. 18, 50, 10, 16, 11, these all could be, you know, important numbers for some reason, but for some reason I'm seeing this as you too. And it could even just be like, if that's not your person's energy, if they don't have fire anywhere in their chart, then it just could be that was like the passion of the situation. But for some of you, that'll be the case. Now what I see is with Earth in reverse, it's kind of like, think of Earth energy as like that grounded, stable. It's kind of like Pentacles energy. It's like, I don't know, hubby, wifey, home kind of energy. Oh goodness. I see that as like, you know, that grounded, stable kind of force. It's like the stability of the situation fell flat for whatever reason. And there's a lack of trust. And that could be on both sides, you know. Could be you not trusting them not trusting you. I don't know, I squished these all up so much. I guess I didn't realize I had this much more space. But I would say it's really important to heal whatever you feel inside of you maybe caused this or led to this, because I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to upset you, okay? I'm not trying to say, you guys, like, I hate saying anything that ever sounds like it's like harsh or whatever, like if it's not the happiest read. But for some of you, this is a situation that isn't coming together. And for some of you, they maybe did intend on a stable offer. It just, things went awry for one reason or another. So the decision needs to be made. There's that left out in the cold feeling. Someone could be leaving home, potentially. Like someone could be moving for real. There's Seven of Pentacles again. I think that's actually in reverse. It's hard to tell with the regular cards sometimes. Like some of them are obvious, some of them aren't. Like this one is obvious. So this is Swords. So this is like a lack of truth. Lack of truth, lack of honesty. So, okay, final interruption. So what we have here is King of Pentacles. Now for some of you, this could be another person coming in that's going to be the stable person for you, but this also could be you. But for some reason, I'm feeling for the Cancer individual. For some reason, it's looking like money is going to be a good thing. But once again, we have for the third time, we got this Three of Pentacles. And so I am feeling strongly that there is an element of collaboration, getting along, like doing things peacefully, kind, that's going to be important. And we got the Five of Swords here again. So there's a lot of repeats that have happened, a lot of synchronicities in this. So we're kind of getting the same message over and over again. It's kind of like it's time to drop the sword, okay? It comes back to this again. If trying to defend yourself or defend this, or, you know, force some, I mean, it's like you're forcing it into the ground. What's the phrase I'm trying to say? Anyway, if you're trying to push something to be something that's not meant to, and it's not meant to, you're not going to have the result that you want. You're not going to get the desired outcome because you're trying to force the hand of fate. If you guys are not destined to be together, it's always going to feel like this. Like, that's one thing you have to accept, you have to understand. And you may never get full clarity on whatever thing that you feel happened here. It doesn't really matter. That's the thing. That's what you need to realize, because there's independence here that's available. So like financial independence and this may be choices, but this may also be that you may have to really push yourself to be, you may be busy coming up. You may be a bit busy. You may have a lot going on, and like, kind of like, I hope you're ready kind of thing. Because I think this situation potentially was keeping you stagnant in a sense, but in a way, it also kind of forced something to change. It seems like this needed to happen